Hello, this is Ruth Ann McKinnon. Welcome to my channel. I'm here today to do a brief video on the perfumes in my collection from the Alfred Sung House of Perfumery. I don't know really anything about Alfred Sung. I don't know if this is a clothing designer. That's probably something I should have looked up but didn't. So I'm just going to be honest and say I don't know. I know that they make great perfumes though. Alright, so first up, I'm going to start with the OG. This is the original. Let's see, I'm going to see if I can get my lighting better. That's okay. Okay. Alfred Sung, this is the original for women's fragrance. This came out in 1986. This is a white floral. Top notes of hyacinth, bergamot, orange, and lemon citrus. In the mid, jasmine and lily of the valley. The hyacinth and the lily of the valley are the predominant floral notes here. So if you don't like those, they can be considered notes that can date, quote unquote, date a fragrance. I'm not one that subscribes to that theory of things being dated. If you like them, wear them. Fragrances have no age. In the base on this fragrance is vetiver, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. Primarily what you get with this is a dry musky floral with some slight citrusy notes. The citrus really does die down very quickly. That's more of an opening fragrance. This is really good for lasting. I think the combination of the sandalwood and the vanilla in the base really make for a surprisingly warm dry down. It's slightly sweet, but the sweetness in here is floral. It's really a clean, musky floral that's very solid, good performer, good 4 to 6 hours, gorgeous. Now, even though this has vanilla, the vanilla is often added to sandalwood in the base of fragrances to lend some depth. There's really more of a sandalwood with musk is really what I get. That's going to be the predominant note in the dry down. The vanilla is not detectable to my nose, but this is gorgeous, not very expensive. All of the fragrances I'm covering here today are under $30 and really last a good 4 to 6 hours, which is an average performance for modern perfumery. This is beautiful. I highly recommend it. Like I said, just be sure that you like hyacinth and lily of the valley. Next up, I have, this is Alfred Sung Forever. You can see the title there. This has a nice lid. It's kind of a plastic with aluminum. It's a very unassuming bottle, but don't let that fool you. This is actually a much brighter, lighter, stronger fragrance than you would imagine. So Forever came out in 1995. This is a floral fruity with some fresh notes. In the opening on this one, you have peony and plum. Plum being the real predominant note in this perfume. After the opening, you get freesia coming in, and in the base there's amber and sandalwood. However, this really isn't a very warm fragrance. With amber and sandalwood, I would have expected some warmth, but it's really more of a musky, dry feeling in the base. It's a very inviting, feminine fragrance, but the thing about this is it's much louder and stronger than this unassuming, unpretentious bottle would indicate. Oftentimes, Alfred Sung is considered to be a real minimalistic house, but this is a real bright, fruity fragrance. Very inviting, but like I said, be careful with the nozzle, with the trigger on this. If you spray it a lot around your neck and chest, women who tend to get headaches from fragrances, that this could be headache inducing, so just be careful with it. But it's really, really pretty. Highly recommend. Nothing about that is dated. Next one I have, this one is called Jewel. So Alfred Sung Jewel. And I'm just going to show you the bottle here. Isn't it beautiful? There's no name printed anywhere on the bottle, not even on the bottom. Really beautiful presentation, heavy glass bottle, absolutely gorgeous. So Alfred Sung Jewel, this is a white floral that was released in 2005. The top notes are neroli and pear. In the mid is orange blossom, jasmine, and frangipani. In the base, coconut, plum, and mimosa. So with those notes, you can kind of see that this is meant to be tropical. However, I feel like this is primarily, that pear in the opening is beautiful. Gives it a little juiciness and fruitiness, but that dies down quickly, and what you get mostly is jasmine. That takes precedence over the orange blossom and the frangipani. Now, I'm a big fan of frangipani, and I don't really pick that up as an individual note at all in this fragrance. And in the base, I also don't smell the coconut. I would love to, however, but mostly what I get in the base is the plum and mimosa, which gives some warmth. So this is like a white floral with a tropical twist. It's very modern, very transparent. This would be good for all ages, lasts a good 4 to 6 hours. Plum, again, being the predominant note. It's light and soft, but it performs well. So it never overwhelms. This is like, in my mind, I think of this as a tropical vacation that meets right out of the bathtub freshness. Okay, really, really pretty. Highly recommend. Hidden gem. I'm not sure why this isn't more popular. All right, next up, I have a fragrance. This is one from, this is definitely a YouTube made me buy it. Shauna J is the one that featured this, called this a hidden gem. And when she calls a fragrance a hidden gem, I think that's what she calls it. I'm sorry if I have that wrong. But anyway, I tend to buy those fragrances because she covers beautiful perfumes that are affordable. And that's really what I'm all about. All right, so Alfred Sung Pure came out in 1997. This is a floral green fragrance. In the top, there's tangerine and orchid. In the mid, lily, pineapple, and peony, freesia, and gardenia. So a real floral bouquet type of a fragrance. And then in the base, there are woody notes, amber, and cinnamon. Now, the cinnamon really just adds depth. I personally don't pick up cinnamon as a significant singular note because cinnamon is not something that I tend to like, but I know some perfumers will use cinnamon to add depth and complexity. So I'm guessing that is just mixed in with the woody and amber notes. Those are what really make this fragrance sing. So think of it like a white floral bouquet fragrance that is extremely well blended, and then it's got this beautiful warmth with a depth with the woody and amber notes. It's beautiful, bright, yet simple and minimalistic, and that's a hard combination to come by. This is a very balanced, breezy type of a fragrance with a slight hint of green. It's very refreshing, a little warmer than expected. It's also clean. So it's really massive peeling, and I can't imagine anyone disliking it. And it's just, in my opinion, flawless. So I agree, Shauna, this is a treasure, a hidden gem fragrance. And of all of the Alfred Sungs that I'm covering today, this one is by far my favorite. All right, so next, and I will link to Shauna's channel in the description box. And if you like my channel, you like hers, for sure. Because she and I have very, very similar tastes in fragrances. So this is the last one that I'm covering today. This is the well-known Alfred Sung Shi, and She is spelled S-H-I. This is the tester bottle, so I don't have the top. The top kind of is conical, and it makes it look like one of those porch troll things that people have. Anyway, this is a well-known, famous, musky, floral, minimalistic fragrance. It's aquatic, transparent. It's floral in the opening. It's not at all sweet. It's very dry, but it's not weak. So Alfred Sung is known for their minimalism and their muskiness, but they perform well. So they're light, transparent. They can be worn to work. They can be worn to weddings, funerals, daily, for special occasions. They'll never offend, but they'll also never overwhelm. So they're just beautiful. and great for lasting. So this is very elegant, but a very simple. There are citrus notes here in the opening and mid, but they're rather fleeting. The top notes include orange blossom and tangerine, which is a citrus tangerine. And then also, I think what this is known for is it has a water lily and rice leaf note. I don't know what a rice leaf smells like, but this is beautiful. There's nothing tropical about this. If you like Noah by Cacharel, you'll like this. So it's that kind of genre of fragrance. So really that's, and all of these I highly recommend. This is really, really beautiful. So if you own any of these fragrances from this house and you're a fan of them, please share with us in the comments your opinions. And if you have any others from this house, I would love to hear from you, because I'm interested in perhaps adding more to my collection. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.